I visited Chase Bank this week at the Chase Tower location in downtown Chicago. I was just making a deposit at the teller stand, and I said, "Well, I guess I could have just made this at the ATM." The teller said, "Well, not at all. There's nothing bad about a little social interaction." I thought that was funny because Bank One, the bank that ran Chase before Chase took over, said that it was really the opposite. They said they weren't in the business for providing social interaction, and they said so much as they got rid of tellers and limited banking hours. The inconvenient truth of being in the people business is that we have to enjoy working with people, or at least pretend so. Welcome. Welcome to Conservative Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. At Conservative Coffee Hour, we're gathering the threads for a cohesive message which has a moral center and meets most people where they are in their lives. We've dissected almost every topic: economics, education, crime, healthcare, and abortion. And we have all kinds of anecdotal information, such as the government comprises almost one third of the US economy, that charter schools are just another name for union run public schools, and that aborted births is the number one cause of death in this country, and that suicide accounts for half of the reported deaths due to gun violence each year. We won't even go into the topic of the pandemic narrative, numbers, and the various civil rights violations resulting from it. Actually, we've never discussed it, but other people have and still are talking about it. A recent review of Chelsea Clinton's Facebook page shows that even she is talking about this topic. Safe to say, there are just too many topics and too little time. Many on the right and the left are getting the same threads, just looking at it through a different lens. Most people do see eye to eye on many things until politics gets involved. And politics is just another word for group dynamics. And it's always a risk that people get lost in the shuffle when we're focused on how groups form and organize. Maybe Bank One was right that they didn't want to be in the people business, but their bedside manner left a lot to be desired. Public sentiment is very much the same about the state of public affairs. Local, state, and federal governments are all perceived as completely corrupt. Yet when we interact with officials and public servants, our one-on-one interactions are often very good experiences. We have been reminded there's a difference between politics and governance. Politics is about the parties, and it often serves as the public face of governance. Someone in government recently told me that as bad as politics seem to us, what actually goes on in government is even worse than politics. Apparently, the public face of governance through politics is the scrubbed up version of the government for public consumption. It's a sobering thought. Last week, Jamie Dimon was on MSNBC. He said many of the things President Trump promoted and instituted, policies, economic practices, and financial decisions, were correct and beneficial for the United States and our citizens. That was startling to hear, especially on MSNBC. Mr. Dimon criticized MSNBC for badgering guests on the show for being Make America Great Again adherents without asking them why they supported it. We all need to go to the teller stand at the bank, at least now and then. None of us want to be badgered or questioned about why we're here. We all want to be seen and heard. It's not much to ask. Turns out it makes good business sense and makes terrific governance. If you would like to join us at Conservative Coffee Hour is every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I will include my email in the description of this video. I'll be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.